Have you ever wondered how to make lures quieter? Or how to take the split rings off, but you just didn't know how? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take those split rings and make them braid. Make it so much quieter and efficient when fishing cold waters, tournaments, pressured waters, and make your fishing way better. Changing your split rings from split rings to braid, I feel like there's two big factors that really make a difference. That's one, stealth. You can get into places a lot quieter, especially on those cold days when fish don't want to react to a big clanging lure. And then number two is versatility. So when you catch a fish on this, the hooks can move so much more than they do other hooks, so they can't throw them as well. You can keep that fish pin longer, which is amazing in tournaments. I can't tell you how many fish I've lost probably to those split rings. I mean, you never know, but I do feel like if I would have had braid instead of the split rings, I would have caught that fish, and that would have made a big difference. Need is four things. Number one, that's your braid, obviously. So this right here is 50-pound Power Pro braid. I've used all line sizes. I don't think it makes a big difference. I think anything above 20 and below 80 is going to be pretty good. Number two is you need something to cut that with. I like braid scissors. Obviously, any scissors is going to work. Another one is a toothpick. I'll show you why we need that later. And then pliers. You don't want to get a hook in your hand, so I just like to be safe. I use pliers. So the first step that you want to do is take your braid, cut off about 1.5 feet. And that'll be just one run. It doesn't have to be specific. Longer is obviously better. You have more to work with, but any size will work. Now I like to wet it down. Just makes that loop a little bit tight. You take your hook, you thread that loop throughout the hook, and you put it through the little connector piece to the hook, where the split ring would be. And you take the two ends, you bring them up. What you do is with the loop end, you fold it down and bring the other side through. So create a loop that can adjust. And you take your other end with the two cut off pieces, you put it through there, they'll go just like that. And then take a toothpick and put it right in that loop you created and just cinch it down. And pull tight. Not too tight, but just enough where it gets down to the hook. And take those two pieces out, I can pull them separate. It'll cinch it down a little bit more without applying so much pressure and tension to the bait. And take those two loops, cross them, and you do an overhand knot twice. Just do it like that. Cinch it down. Same thing, I pull both sides. Then you do it one more time. So you do that overhand knot, put it around twice, and pull tight. And then after that, you'll pull out the toothpick. It can be kind of stubborn sometimes. If you are using a toothpick, you can also use an Allen wrench, anything like that. If you just kind of twist it, eventually it'll kind of work its way out. There we go. So you take the toothpick out, and now this is when those pliers come in. I definitely suggest them because you do not want a hook in your finger. You put it on the hook, you can hold it however you want, but pull it just enough so it's pretty tight. You don't want to obliterate your bait just by pulling it on it so tight. I mean, I'm putting more pressure on that than bass ever would, so I don't need to pull it super tight. Then you take a tag in. I cut it about, about like right there. That'll give just a little bit of tag in case it slips. After just wear and tear, you don't have to retie so often. And once that gets wet, it'll also kind of just cinch down into a little ball. It'll look a lot more clean. But there you go. There's the entire setup. And now you just made that loud, obnoxious bait super quiet, and you can get in spots where other cold pressured fish wouldn't normally bite. Those spinner baits, chatter baits, big crank baits. Even one of these Rapala OD Slims with split rings, you never know. But I really like this. I always like to take extra caution. If I think I may catch one extra fish in a day, that's going to make a big difference for me. And that is why I do that trick right there. It's one of my favorite. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, hit the like button. subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you do have any questions, you can put them all in the comment section. I'd love to answer all those. For everything I use, I'll put a link in the description as well. So you can go shop whatever I use and get specifically what I like. But thank you guys for